Jai Sri Krishna. In Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 9, the passing away of Bhīṣmadeva in the presence of Lord Sri Krishna. Here in the verse 6th and 7th, it is mentioned that all the sages like Bhāgavata Muni, Narada, Dhamya, Vyasa, the incarnation of a god, Varadeva, Varadevja, and Parsurama and the disciples Vaishishta, Indra, Pramada, Trita, Grathmada, Asishta, Kashivhan, Gautama, Arti, Kausika, and Sudarsana were present. So here it is mentioned Paravata Narada Drumya Bhagavana Badarayana Brahadalvya Bharodhyajah Sasiyo Renukasutaha Vaishishta Indra Pramadas Trito Grastos Madosita Kashyabham Gautamatrisascha Kausikatha Sudarasanam. So here the purport is Paravata Muni is considered to be one of the oldest sages. He is almost always a constant companion of Narada Muni. They are also spacemen competent to travel in the air without the help of any material vehicle. Paravata Muni is also a Devasri or a great sage amongst the demigod like Narada. He was present along with Narada at the sacrificial ceremony of Maharaj Janam, Janamejaya, son of Maharaja Parikshit. In the sacrifice, all the snakes of the world were to be killed. Parvata Muni and Narada Muni are called Gandharvas also because they can travel in the air singing the glories of the Lord. Since they can travel in the air, they observe Draupadi's Vashyamambara ceremony, selecting of her own Swayamvara ceremony, selecting of her own husband from the air. Like Narada Muni, Parvata Muni also used to visit the royal assembly in the heaven of King Indra. As Gandharva, sometimes he visited the royal assembly of Kuvera, one of the important demigods. Both Narada and Parvata were once in trouble with the daughter of Maharaja Sanjaya. Maharaja Sanjaya got the benediction of a son by Parvata Muni. Narada Muni is inevitably associated with the narration of Puranas. He is described in the Bhagavatam. In his previous life, he was the son of a maid servant, but by good association with pure devotee, he became enlightened in a devotional service, and in the next life, he became a perfect man, comparable with himself only. In the Mahabharata, his name is mentioned in many places. He is the principal Devasri, or the chief sage amongst the demigods. He is the son and disciple of Brahmaji, and from him the disciplic succession in the line of Brahma has been spread. He initiated Prahalad Maharaj, Dhruva Maharaj, and many celebrated devotee of the Lord. He initiated even Vyasadeva, the author of Vedic literatures, and from Vyasadeva, Madhavacharya was initiated, and thus the Madhava Sampradaya, in which the Gaudiya Sampradaya is also included, has spread all over the universe. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu belongs to this Madhava Sampradaya. Therefore, Brahmaji, Narada, Vyasa, down to Madhava, Chaitanya, and Goswami all belongs to the same line of disciplic succession. Narada ji has instructed many kings from times memorial. In the Bhagavatam, we can see that he instructed Prahlad Maharaj while he was in womb of his mother, and he instructed Vyasadeva, father of Krishna, Vasudeva, father of Krishna, as well as Maharaj Yudhishthira. Dhumayo, a great sage who practiced several penance of at Utkocha Tirtha and was appointed royal priest of the Pandava kings. He acted as the priest of a priest in many religious functions of Pandavas, samskara, and also each of the Pandavas was attended by him at the betrothal of Draupadi. He was present even during the exile of Pandavas and used to advise them in circumstances when they were perplexed. He instructed him how to live incognito for 1 year, and his instructions were strictly followed by the Pandavas during that time. His name is mentioned also when general funeral ceremony was performed after the battle of Kurukshetra in the Anusansaya Parva of Mahabharata 127.115 and 16. He gave very elaborate religious instruction to Maharaj Yudhishthira. He was actually the right type of priest of a householder, for he could guide the Pandavas on the right path of religion. A priest is meant for guiding the householder progressively in the right path of ashrama dharma or the occupational duty of a particular caste. There is particularly no difference between the family priest and the spiritual master. The sages, saint, and brahmanas were especially meant for such function. Badarayana Vyasadeva. He is also known as a Krishna Daivayana, Satyavati Sutta, Parasaraya, Parasarayamaja, Badarayana, Vyasadeva, etc. He was the son of Mahamuni Parasara in the womb of Satyavati period to her betrothal with Maharaj Sanantu, the father of a great general grandfather Bhīṣmadeva. He is a powerful incarnation of Narayana, and he he broadcast the Vedic wisdom to the world. As such, Vyasadeva is afforded respect before one chant the Vedic literature, especially the Purana. Sukadeva Goswami was his son, and rishis like Vaishyamapayana were his disciples for different branches of the Vedas. He is the author of the great epic Mahabharata and the great transcendental literature Bhagavatam. The Brahma Sutras, the Vedanta Sutras, or Badarayana Sutras were compiled by him. Among sages, he is the most respected author by dint of several penances. Says when he wanted to record the great epic Mahabharata for the welfare of all the people in the age of Kali, he was feeling the necessity of the powerful writer who could took of his direction. By the order of Brahmaji, Sri Ganesh ji took up the charge of noting down the direction of the condition that Vyasadeva would not stop dictation for a moment. The Mahabharata was thus compiled by the joint endeavor of Vyasa and Ganesha. By the order of his mother Satyavati, who was later married to Maharaja Sanantu, and by the request of Bhīṣmadeva, the elder son of Maharaja Sanantu, by his first wife, the Gangas, he begot three brilliant sons, whose name were Dhritarashtra, Pandu, and Vidura. The Mahabharata was compiled by Vyasadeva after the battle of Kurukshetra and after the death of all the heroes of Mahabharata. It was first spoken in the royal assembly of Maharaja Janamejaya, the son of Maharaj Parikshit. Bharadabhya, an ancient sage who used to meet Maharaja Yudhishthira now and then. First of all, he met Maharaja Yudhishthira at Kamayavana. This sage narrated the history of Maharaja Nala. There is another Bharadabhya who is the son of Ishvasyu destiny. Mahabharata Bhana Parva 209.4 and 5. Bharadabhya. He is one of the seven great Rishi and was present at the time of Bharata's ceremony of Arjuna. The powerful Rishi sometimes undertook several penance on the shore of the Ganga, and his ashrama is still celebrated at Prayagadham. It is learned that this Rishi, while taking bath in the Gangas, happened to meet Grachi, one of the beautiful society girls of Yemen, and thus he discharged semen, which was kept and is preserved in an earth pot, and from which Drona was born. So Dronacharya is the son of Bharadwaja Muni. Others says the Bharadaja of the father of Drona is a different person from Maharshi Bharadwaja. He was a great devotee of Brahma. Once he approached Dronacharya and requested him to stop the battle of Kurukshetra. Parshurama or Renuka Shuddha. He is the son of Maharshi Jamadagni or Srimati Renuka and Srimati Renuka. Thus, he is also known as a Renuka Sudha. He is one of the powerful incarnation of God, and he killed the Kshatriyas community as a whole 21 times with the blood of a Kshatriya. He fleeched the soul of his forefathers later, and he underwent severe penance at the Mahendra Parvata. At, after taking the whole earth from the Kshatriyas, he gave it in charity to Kashyapa Muni. Parshurama instructed the Dhanurvidya or the science of fighting to Dronacharya because he happened to be Brahmana. He was present during the coronation of Maharaja Yudhishthira, and he celebrated the function along with other great rishi. Parshurama is so old that he met both Rama and Krishna at different times. He fought with Ram, but he accepted Krishna as the supreme personality of Godhead. He also praised Arjuna when he saw him with Krishna. When Bhishma refused to marry Amba, who wanted him to become her husband, Amba made Parshurama, and by her request only he asked Bhīṣmadeva to accept her as his wife. Bhīṣmadeva refused to obey his order, although he was one of the spiritual master of Bhīṣmadeva. Parshurama fought with Bhīṣmadeva when Bhishma neglected his warning, Both of them fought very severely, and at last Parshurama was pleased with Bhishma and gave him the benediction of becoming the greatest fighter in the world. Vaishishthya, the great celebrated sage amongst the Brahmanas, well known as Brahmarshi Vaishishtadeva. He is a prominent figure in the both Ramayana and Maharaj periods. He celebrated the coronation ceremony of a personality of a Godhead Sri Ram. He was present also on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. He could approach all the higher and lower planet, and his name is also connected with history Hiranyakashipu. There was a great tension between him and Vishwamitra, who wanted his Kamadhenu, who is fulfilling cow. Vasishtha Muni refused to spare his Kamadhenu, and for this Vishwamitra killed his 100 sons. As a perfect Brahmana, he tolerated at the taunt of Vishwamitra. Once he tried to commit suicide on account of Vishwamitra torture, but at but all his attempts were unsuccessful. He jumped from a hill, but the stone on which he fell became a stack of cotton, and thus he was saved. He jumped into the ocean, but the wave washed him ashore. He jumped into the river, but the river also washed him ashore. Thus, all his suicide attempts were unsuccessful. He is also one of the seven Rishi and husband of one Arundhati, the famous star. Indra Paramada, another celebrated Rishi. Trita, one of the three sons of Prajapati Gautama. He was the third son, and his other two brothers were known as Ekta and Devita. All the brothers were great sage and strict followers of discipline of religion. By dint of several penance, they were promoted to Brahmaloka, the planet where Brahmaji lives. Once Trita Muni fell into a well, he was an organizing worker of many sacrifices, and as one of the great sages, he also come to show respect to Brahmaji at his deathbed. He was one of the seven Rishi in the Varuna Loka. He hailed from the western country of the world. As such, most probably he belongs to European country. At the time, the whole world was under a Vedic culture. Grasthamodo, one of the sages of heavenly kingdom, he was a close friend of Indra, the king of heaven, and was a great as Brihaspati. He used to visit royal assembly of Maharaja Yudhishthira, and he also visited the place of where Bhīṣmadeva breathed his last. Sometimes he explained the glories of Lord Shiva before Maharaja Yudhishthira. He was the son of Vishnu, and he resembled in feature in the body of Indra. Sometimes the enemies of Indra mistook him to be Indra and arrested him. He was a great scholar of Veda, and thus he was highly respected by the Brahmanas community. He lived a life of celibacy and was powerful in every respect. Asishta. There was a king of the same name, but here in the Asishta mentioned is the Asishta Devala Rishi, a great powerful sage of that time. He explained to his father 15 lakh verses from the Mahabharata. He was one of the members in the snake sacrifice of Maharaj Janamejaya. He was also present during the coronation ceremony of Maharaj Yudhishthira along with the other sages. great Rishi. He also gave Maharaja Yudhishthira instruction while he was on the Anjana hill. He was also one of the devotee of Lord Shiva. Kashyabhan, one of the son of Gautama Muni and the father of a great sage Chanda Kaushika. He was one of the members of a parliament of Maharaja Yudhishthira. Arti Muni was a great Brahmana sage and was one of the mental son of Brahmaji. Brahmaji is so powerful that simply by thinking of a son he can have it. These sons are known as Manasaputras. Out of seven Manasaputras of Brahmaji and out of seven great Brahmanas, says Arti was one. In his family, the great Parshetas were also born. Arti Muni had two Kshatriyas on who becomes king. Kings Arthama is one of them. He is counted as one of the 21 Prajapatis. His wife named as Anaswaya and he helped Maharaja Parikshit in his great sacrifice. Kaushika, one of the permanent Rishi member in the royal assembly of Maharaja Yudhishthira, he sometimes met Lord Sri Krishna. There are several other sages of the same name. Sura Sudarsana, this will which is accepted by the personality of a Godhead, Lord Sri Krishna, Lord Sri Vishnu, as his personal weapon is the most powerful weapon, greater than the Brahmastra or similar other destruous weapons. In some of the Vedic literature, it is said that Agnideva, the fire god, presented these weapons to Lord Sri Krishna, but factually this weapon is eternally carried by the Lord. Agnideva presented his weapon to Krishna in the same way that Rukmini was given by Maharaja Rukma to the Lord. The Lord accepts such presentation from his devotee, even though such presentation are eternally his property. There is an elaborated description of this weapon in the Adi Parva of Mahabharata. Lord Sri Krishna used this weapon to kill Sisupala, a rival of the Lord. He also killed Savala by this weapon, and sometimes he wanted his friend Arjuna to use it to kill his enemy. Mahabharata, Bharata Parva 56.3. So these are the person who came to meet Bhīṣmadeva, who lies on the arrow bed in the battlefield of Kurukshetra. Hope you got who all are came and is the what is what their personality. Jai Jagannath, Jai Shri Krishna.